Hello everyone, I'm Kishore John from the Department of CSC, Karunya Institute of Technology and Sciences. This video is all about DSA's lab experiment number 1, array implementation of stack. First of all, what is a stack? A stack is a container of objects that are inserted and removed according to the last in first out principle. A stack is a limited access data structure and an abstract data type that supports two main methods. One is going to be push, which adds element to the top of the stack, and pop, which removes the element, which removes the item from the top. Element can be added and removed from the stack only at the top. So, in simple terms, a stack is nothing but an array where insertion happen at the last with the help of a push method, and also deletion happens also the last with the help of pop method. Uh, you can visualize it as the pop operation just removes the lastly inserted element or the element which is at the last index. Now let's look at the implementation part. So this is all about the implementation of stack in Python. We have around six methods: push, pop, size of stack, is empty, and peak. Oh, sorry, I should say five methods. So push method, as the name suggests, it inserts the element into the stack. And pop, it removes the last element. And size of stack, returns size of the stack, is empty. It's just going to check if the stack is empty or not. And peak is going to return the last element. And the entire stack data structure is implemented using a class called stack. And for the class, we have a constructor which is going to initialize self.stack with an empty Python list and self.size with a value of 0. So push operation, basically its functionality is all about adding the element at the last of the stack with the help of a special built-in function for list, which is append. At the same time, when an element is being appended, the self.size of variable also gets incremented. Pop, which we know, that which deletes the last element, that's the same here. And think about that. If there is no element in a stack and you are attempting a pop operation, basically results in an error, an index error. So basically, to avoid that kind of error, we are using an if conditional statement which checks if the size of the array is less than 1, and if it is so, it returns this particular string. Or else it does the pop operation. It decrements the size of the stack, and the it pops, or pop is a special method for the Python list which just deletes the element at the last index and returns it. Size of the stack returns the self.size of variable. Uh, Basically, self.size contains the value that is contains the size of the particular stack, and it basically gets written. Is empty is going to check if the array is empty or not using the two if else conditional statement. So basically, it checks if the self.size is less than 1, and if it is so, it is going to be empty, right? So it is going to be true, or else it is going to return false. And peak of method, as its name suggests, it returns the last element of the array. How it is implemented? See, it is nothing. We are having a self.stack, and it is indexed with the self.size minus 1 value. So basically, self.size, let us say, we have an array of size 5. And what is going to be its last element? The last element is going to be the element which is at the index 4. So self.size is 5, and minus 1, self.size is 5, and minus 1 makes it 4. And self.size of 4 is the one which is at the last portion of the 5 size stack. This is all about the implementation. We have created an object and we have called all the functions. Now let's run the code. See, basically we have pushed the element till 10 and the peak of should return the last element, and yes, it is written the last element. Before that, yeah, here it is. It is written the last element. It is we are checking here is it the, whether the stack is empty or not, and else it shouldn't be empty. Yes, it is the false. We have deleted, or yeah, we have popped. We are using pop for 3 times, which would return, I should say, 10, 9, and 8. And of course, yes, 10, 9, and 8. And peak should return the last element. When we have removed 10, 9, and 8, it should be 7. And see here, the last element is 7. After removing 7, the size of the stack is going to be what? Size of the stack is going to be 3. No, up till 8 we have removed, and we have seen the last element, and the size of the stack should be 3. And yes, exactly it is 3. Let's see. So we have successfully seen the implementation part, and that's it. All about the stack implementation and stack. Thank you so much.